Welcome all to the Snail Trail 4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic Sierra Trek is in Toyotas, then this is the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and gentle ladies. My name is Tyler, and joining me today on episode... I don't even know what episode numbers we're on anymore.
I think it's 326.
451. Got it.
Nice.
Oh, man. Jimmy Jett is live in the studio with me again. Jimmy, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm recovering after a fun weekend.
Yeah?
But life's moving on. It's actually going to be kind of nice to have a full week in the shop. And not one running out onto the trail.
Gotcha. You mean next week?
Well, this is Monday episode.
Yeah, I guess this week. Yeah, I mean, it's
time travel.
Yeah, I haven't got there mentally yet.
Neither am I. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm getting up to Rubathon, but...
Hey, me too. We'll talk about that on last Thursday's episode.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah, this is Monday's episode. We have some fun interviews for you guys today. So somebody decided to actually do some work out at Sierra Trek for the podcast.
Yeah, just a little.
A little. I did a little bit of work.
Nice.
I was working on Winch Hill 4. I kind of took over Winch Hill 4. Sorry, Winch Hill 4 crew. But we had some listeners cruise through. And so we'll talk about that on this Thursday's episode coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, today's Monday episode. Let's see. We're still in August, right?
I think so.
Cool. That means we are still doing a giveaway with Affordable Bender.
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. And so that's going to be a $400 retail value. You get an affordable bender. So it's the frame, 6-ton bottle jack, and a die of your choice. So you can pick...
yeah, that's a good deal.
I think it's a 1-inch, 1 1/4, 1.5, 1 3/4, or 2-inch.
Wow.
Dies.
Okay.
So you have the options there of one of those 4, 5, whatever it was I just said.
1, 1 1/4, 1.5, 1 3/4, or 2-inch.
So 5.
5 options.
Cool. So we got that going for this month. If you guys want to get entered for that, make sure you sign up over at irate4x4.com. That's the place to be, the spot to go, the forum to get all of your Snail Trail 4x4 happenings on. All you got to do is go to the main page and then scroll down under the Watch, Listen, Discuss section. There's a few forums there, and there's really only one that matters, and it's called the Snail Trail 4x4 forum.
Yes.
Ignore the other ones.
Is there another one yet?
I thought there was 3 there.
Are there 3 total now?
I thought there was, but I don't remember what the third one was.
MetalCloaks.
Yeah, I don't remember if they got fully set up yet. I know that they were in talks.
Modern Jeeper.
Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, go check that out. Check out the Snail Trail 4x4 forum over on irate4x4.com. It is free to create an account on irate4x4.
Yes.
So you can get an account and have some fun on the forum. There's a lot of really good information out there on the forum. And there's some fun conversations always happening on the Snail Trail 4x4 forum. However, if you want to get into the Snail Squad forum, which is one deeper there.
Nice. Good one.
Then you gotta pay. You gotta pay some money. It's not a lot though, and really the money you're paying for is really for like the giveaway kind of thing. We just also throw in access for our bigger fans.
Yes. So. Yeah, we have a $5 tier, which gets you access to the Pucks Facebook group if you prefer Facebook over our irate. And I think just access to the Snail Squad forum on irate. The $10 tier is for the giveaway items, like the foldable bender this month. Every month we do a different item of at minimum $100. Usually nowadays it seems like at minimum is like at least $250.
Right.
So we'll see what happens next month. And then every once in a while, twice a twice a year, we have a $20 tier, which gets you entered into the gift box tier. Where we construct a gift box and send it out to everybody that's signed up on that tier.
Yep. So that's kind of the overview of tiers, and you get access to all of that via.
Yeah, same thing. I think one of them's coffee, right?
Oh, Cafe. No, that's Villa. No, is it?
No,
VIA?
like what's the Starbucks instant coffee?
Yeah, Cafe Villa. But I think it's Villa.
Oh, is it?
I think
that's
so.
Villa. That's a town in Italy.
Yeah, but it could also be a Via.
I don't know. Via.
Anyway,
that's how I like to say that one.
Yeah, so you can sign up for all that through iRate 4x4. It has a description of all those options under the tiers. The $20 tier only appears and shows up twice a year during October and April.
Yes.
So
coming up.
Yeah, coming up quickly. We need to figure those out.
Yes.
So
what we had planned fell through.
Yes, it did. So let's see here. We got the giveaway for the month. That's all we got. Let's get into some interviews, right?
Yeah. We have, I don't know, maybe 10 interviews. I walked around Sierra Trek and pretty much interviewed pretty much everybody that was at a booth.
Nice.
I missed a few. For some reason, I missed the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey guys. They were never at their booth.
Yeah.
So bummer. Sorry, guys.
They were back drunk at camp the whole time.
Probably.
Yeah.
And another notable one is I missed the guys at the food court. So they were. I was walking around at like noon and they were busy, and I didn't want to bother them.
Yeah.
And I tried to get back there, but it was a little too late, and I think they actually closed because dinner was about to get served. So I did miss them, and I forgot who. You
didn't get Marlon either.
I didn't get Marlon either. He packed up and left before.
He saw you coming around. He was like, "Oh, time to go."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, rumor has it he didn't sleep too well, so they took off a little earlier. But no worries. He was still toting around. He was carrying the totes from his truck and everything. I'm like, man, I should have ran over there and helped him, but I was.
Was his arm still in a sling?
No, his arm wasn't.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a bonus. So, yeah, missed a few notable guys, but did capture the vast majority of everybody around in the vendor area. And, just ask them some basic questions about who they are, how they got into off-roading, what their company does, why they're out here at Sierra Trek supporting the Cal 4 event, and then a few other bonus ones in the mix. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to listen to these. I haven't listened to them yet, so it'll be fun to kind of hear some of the fun stories and shenanigans that was going on during the day while I was out and about getting filthy. So
yes.
Well, cool. I guess without further ado, let's get right on into Vendor Day out at Sierra Trek with the one and only Jimmy Jett. Shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll be right on back with today's campfire discussion out at Sierra Trek.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have Nate here today from Four Wheel Parts. Nate, how are you doing today?
Doing good.
Awesome. Excellent. You want to give us a quick summary and let everybody know where we're at?
Yep. We are up at Sierra Trek in Northern California. Best place if you want to get up and wheel and enjoy the sunshine in this part of the state, I would say. I mean, it's my favorite.
It's absolutely lovely out here today. So who are you with? Who are you representing?
I'm up representing Store 31, which is Sacramento 4WP. Most people know us. We big one in the area. We're everywhere. But I'm up representing the Sacramento store. I'm the sales manager down there and up enjoying this we'll call it work day.
There you go. This is a horrible work day.
Exactly.
So, for four-wheel parts, what do you guys special in? What do you do? Why would somebody want to come to four-wheel parts?
So we build just about anything out there. We do Jeeps, we do trucks. You got a full size, we do that as well. You got a long iron kit, we do that too. We kind of specialize in not one vehicle, but every vehicle that we can. A lot of knowledge between, the people that work at a store like Four Wheel Parts. We've been around a long time, a name in the industry, but a lot of knowledge between people that buy Jeeps and build Jeeps. I've got, a Gladiator, I've had a Cherokee, I've got a Tacoma to build, everything that you can think of.
So you're building out a Tacoma even though you guys drove a bunch of Jeeps out here today?
Yeah, I have a Gladiator, but I also have a 98 Tacoma.
Okay.
Extended cab, 4-wheel drive, 5-speed, all stock. But going to go into the knife here shortly. Probably going to get an LS in 60s.
LS 60s, 40s, 42s?
Probably 42s.
42s? Nah.
40s are too small these days.
Isn't it funny how that it goes?
Yep.
Excellent. So if somebody's in the Sacramento area or pretty much nationwide for four-wheel parts, right, you guys can find them and they can help you out with any build you have?
Yep. 101 stores and growing. We're everywhere. Even got a store in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. When did that happen?
Yeah. It's been there a while.
Has it?
Yeah.
I'm not up in Canada very often.
I've never been.
Too fun. So what brought you out to Sierra Trek? Why'd you come out here for this event?
So I've been up and we, wheeled Ford Ice with my buddies. My Jeep was never built enough to do, Ford Ice. Got the open invitation to come up and work the event, and I jumped on it because I love this part of California. Rubicon is, a close favorite, but I love Ford Ice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So have you been down the trail?
Not today because we had to work the booth.
Yes.
So
okay.
I wanted to go down, but everybody's coming back. So
no, that's a dangerous.
Not room to go both ways.
Yeah, don't be the salmon going upstream.
Exactly.
For sure. Yeah. Excellent. All right. So how can people get in contact with you guys, or do you have any social media or anything you'd like to share?
Yeah. If you got Instagram or Facebook, SAC at 4WP is our store email. Instagram is the same. We got Facebook. Area code 916-646-4979 is the Sacramento number. 9 to 6 during the week. 9 to 3 Saturday. Closed only on Sundays.
Excellent.
And there's always somebody there to take a call.
There you go. Well, thanks so much for spending some time with me and being out here at this wonderful event.
You bet it. Happy to be here.
All right, next booth down. I did skip one, the bar. I'm going to go back to the bar here in a little bit. The main guy wasn't there. But the next booth down on this row is MorrFlate. And I have MF and Sean in the house. How you doing, Sean?
I'm doing great. I'm a little tired from yesterday, but foot traffic is great today. Got some good music. It's a nice day.
Yeah, it's definitely a gorgeous sunny day up here at Meadow Lake, and we're excited about that. So for everybody listening that wants to check out things that's happening here at up at Sierra Trek that has never heard about MorrFlate, which would be shocking on this podcast, but can you give me the elevator speech of what you tell everybody about MorrFlate?
Yeah, so basically we have the full tire setup here where you can air up, air down, 2, 4, or 6 tires all at once. We offer air sources. We even have tire repair options, the whole complete kit to take care of you on the trail. So,
yeah, absolutely. We put a lot of that to the test here in the last week, and we'll be talking about that on another podcast coming up. But let's talk about what you have on the table. Let's just kind of go one by one. Let's start here on my left, your right. Let's talk about this kit real quick, and let's just go across the table and tell everybody what you got out here.
Sure. So, kind of scattered along the table, there's free stickers for everybody. They add that horsepower and torque, so we got to get those. The tire repair kit on the end is our tire repair kit. It has all of your essentials, but just extra stuff. So, 6 valve stems, tons of plugs. You have spikes for nails. You have really good high-quality tools in there with spare parts in case they were to break. Next to that are our glue tread patches with Colby valves. If you combine all that together, you basically don't have to run a spare tire.
And that's the Extreme 4x4 kit?
Yeah, we call that whole package the Extreme 4x4 kit. You can all buy them a la carte if you want to, but if you bundle them, you can save a little bit of money and you got the complete essentials there.
Excellent. All right, moving down the line, it looks like we have is this a regular quad or a plus?
This is a plus, okay. But the only difference between the regular and the plus is just the wheelbase length. But this is our quad setup. 4 tires at a time. We have our new slide valve to show on there for people. And yeah,
that is such a cool new feature.
Yeah,
I've yet to install it on mine, but it makes airing up and choosing when to switch between them so much easier. And does the flow change between the ball valve and the slide valve, or is it roughly the same?
It's about the same. The slide valve is just more ergonomical, and it's fantastic if you have your truck mounted to your bumper. That way your ball valve doesn't get in the way of the
lever's not protruding out into something when you can't move.
And you don't have to worry about bending that little brass valve anymore. So more ergonomical. It's color coded.
And it looks in line. It's got the green of the slide valve matching the green of the MorrFlate.
Yeah, just wait till the new air chucks come out and where everything's going to match.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Okay, cool. Next table, we've got the single air compressor.
Yep,
here.
so that's the 5.6, the single air compressor. That guy is fantastic for 1 to 2 tires at a time. If you start to do 4 tires with it, you'll see a little bit of a decrease in your air up time. So 1 to 2 tires, that thing is perfect for you. There's no pressure cutoff in that, but there is a pressure relief valve. So this one is good if you want to do portable. If you want to hard mount this one, you got to do some work to it. But it's a good little compressor for the price. And then next to that, we have the Beast, the 10.6 compressor. That's the one that you're going to want to hard mount. It has the cutoff switch at 125 PSI. And that one you definitely want to do 4 tires at a time. If you're doing 1 to 2 tires on a consistent basis, you're going to actually damage the compressor. Now, if you have to air up one because of an emergency, you ripped your sidewall and you had to do a repair, that's totally fine. But repetitive use on 1 to 2 tires will wear it out very quickly. That thing is good to go to hard mount. Air lockers, air horns, air tools, it will do all of that for you.
Yeah. And it's good to hear that I didn't destroy my compressor because I was out on the Rubicon earlier a few weeks ago, and there was a guy that slashed his sidewall on a side-by-side with like a 31-inch tire, and I used the dual to air him up because everybody around me had air compressors, but they had to rearrange their position so they could help that person. I'm like, I've got a portable one. I'll just walk it out to you guys. We'll get it done in no time.
That's what's cool about the portable too, is if you're coming along to help someone on the trail. So it's ready to hard mount if you want to do all the goodies, but if you just want to throw it in the bag and throw it in the back, and use it if you have multiple rigs, and you can take it to multiple rigs. And
that's really one of the benefits of MorrFlate, right? Is that it is portable.
Yeah.
There are other companies out there on the market that do multi-tire inflation, but they're all hard mounted in the vehicle. And you can't help a buddy. You can't really help a friend. You can't air yourself up and then air somebody else up. So.
Yeah, I've talked to quite a few people today where they have their full-size truck and they tow their rig. So I just tell them, hey, just get the bigger kit, make it all portable, so you can change the tire pressure on your rig when you're towing. When you unload your rig, then you can take that with you on the trail to air up and air down. So you don't have to buy multiple kits. You can use it for all of your vehicles as long as you get the right size.
Yeah, excellent. All right, well, anything you want to plug? Any way people can get in contact with you or MorrFlate?
Yeah, so our Instagram is MorrFlate. Social media team will handle you there. If you want to get a hold of Tyler, it's 4x4 Toyota Tyler. I'm MF Sean, 4x4. And then you can actually get a hold of Smokey and the Bandit, too, MF Ryan. So you can contact any one of us at any time. I don't know the phone number off the top of my head, but just check out MorrFlate.com and all the contact info is there.
Excellent. All right. Thanks so much, Sean. Thanks for being out here.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
All right, next booth down. I did skip the snack bar this time. I skipped the bar, and skipped the snack bar because it's pretty much noon, and those are pretty busy. So I'm here with Matt from Synergy. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. You're the first person that's actually asked that back, so I appreciate that.
I mean, we're out here. It's beautiful. I need to see smiles. I'm happy to be out here with everybody.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about Synergy. I know you guys are down in are you in Paso? Are you in
we're by Paso.
San Luis Obispo?
We're out of San Luis Obispo, kind of by the airport.
Okay, nice.
In the back, nice place to be.
Yeah, I've spent a fair amount of time down in Pismo, so I kind of know the area.
Good place.
And I know when and where to go get myself into trouble out that direction. So
you can do that easily.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about Synergy. What do you guys do? What products you guys have? Go for it.
So Synergy, we make steering and suspension for Jeep, Dodge, and Fords now. Fords we're starting to break into. We're really proud of our stuff. We're doing leveling kits, and coming soon we have steering parts coming out. So we have a sneak peek. We have our prototype here. It's pre-production. It's looking really good. Everything's working great. So we're really proud of our steering. We're excited that we're able to offer a good product. It's pretty beefy. We're out here testing it in Fordyce, just hammering through our tie rods, and so far so good.
Nice. You took the Ford down the trail?
Did not take the Ford on the trail. It's our tow rig. We're looking more towards the leveling kit, not so much the beat it up off road. So.
Got it. Okay. I was like, this is too beautiful of a truck right here to take down the trail.
No, this is actually my personal truck. We were doing all the prototyping on it, and I've got about 30,000 miles with our leveling kit and about 20,000 miles now with our steering, and it's changed it from a kind of low sitting standard tow rig to a nice clean stance, real tall. Before, you hit big bumps on the freeway, it would bottom it. Now it is smooth as can be.
Nice. That sounds great. And it's it's a 6.7, but that's got to be a 16?
2017.
17. Dang it. It's just barely off.
Yeah.
Cool. But you guys are known for your primarily for the Jeep products.
So we actually like to say we're a Dodge company that has a Jeep fetish. Our Jeep products are great. We love coming out to these events and beating our Jeeps up, putting a show on. But our primary seller is actually Dodge steering.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it about the Dodge steering that makes you guys really stand out?
So the Dodge steering is, they're great trucks to begin with, but you start lifting them, you start beating on them hard, and the steering is kind of their weaker link. So we make our tie rods and our drag links and our track bars fully adjustable. They're the same heat-treated chromoly that makes them really strong, the same things that are in our Jeep that we're beating on. And then we have our box braces, and so there's all these little flaws here and there with the Dodge stuff that we are trying to address to make it so it's a lot better behaved on the road and can take the abuse of larger tires. Our other engineer that's with us here, he has really pounded his heck out of his 2500, and he's our prime candidate for R&D, and it's strong stuff.
So if he can't break it, nobody will.
I'm assuming that, because I've hit the roof on his truck many times with my head when we're out hitting moto whoops in a 2500.
Yes, very nice. Excellent. So what brought you guys out to Sierra Track?
Well, we were doing Jeepers Jamboree and Jeep Jamboree. We're in the area. We love it out here. This is some beautiful, now southern Tahoe. And we had the opportunity. We were invited, and we love coming out and, one, beating on the Jeeps, doing our R&D, and two, we like having that FaceTime with everybody we get to see. So
yeah, absolutely. So did you guys go home between Jeepers Jamboree, go home between Jeep Jamboree, go home between Sierra Track?
Yep.
That's a lot of miles right there.
About 3,000 or so. And we're doing it on our rig. So again, it's part of that R&D process we're always doing.
It's proving the point, right?
Yep,
you guys are building the product, you're lifting them, you're wheeling them, you're driving them on the road, and everything's going great.
Yeah, last week at Jeep Jamboree, I took my whole family. It was fantastic.
Excellent. So how can people find Synergy, get in contact with you guys?
Well, synergymfg.com is probably the easiest way to see what we got to offer. You can get a hold of us, if you're looking for sales at synergymfg.com, that type of stuff. Website's probably the best. We have a phone number. Unfortunately, I don't have it on me. I'd love to tell you right now, but check us out at Synergy.
You guys on Instagram or anything?
Yeah, we're on Instagram. Do you know? At synergymfg.com. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, .com on Instagram.
Excuse me. I was looking at something else.
That's the engineer talking.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. If you guys are interested in products from Synergy, make sure to check them out. So moving along here, I'm hanging out with Kitten at the Cal 4 Wheel booth. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We've talked about Cal 4 Wheel a bunch on the past. We're advocates. We're both, my co-host and I are both, I think, lifetime subscribers to you guys. But can you give a quick shout out about what Cal 4 Wheel is and what the benefits of becoming a member would be?
Absolutely. So Cal 4 Wheel is the largest association in the state of California. Basically, what we are about is to keep all of our lands open, not only for the four-wheelers, but also for anybody who enjoys the lands. As we know, there is already a big, huge fight going on at Oceana Dunes, a.k.a. for the older people, Pismo Beach. So what we do is when our members join our association, we take those funds and we put the majority of them to the legal for attorneys, law lobbyists that can help us fight to keep all of these trails open so that everybody can enjoy. One of the concerns that we have is that our kids won't have it. And that's our next upcoming generation. I mean, we need to have this available for them. We also endorse education, conservation, land use, and that's basically really what we're about. So under us, we are not a club, we are an actual association, and today we are at a Cal 4 Wheel event, which is known as Sierra Track.
Yep.
And thanks for all the clubs that are under Cal 4 who join in and volunteer a lot of their time to put this big event together, which is much appreciated. And again, a lot of times this money that's brought in, it is going to be given to Cal 4 Wheel to help us continue with our fight. We also buy a base model vehicle every year, and we raffle that vehicle off, and this year it's a Gladiator. So that money also will go toward the purchase of a new vehicle for following year, but also will go back into the general fund to also keep Cal 4 Wheel going and just keep continuing to succeed. As I said, we've been around for 1959, so we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here, and we're going to keep on going.
Yes, absolutely. And I do hope you do, because you guys really advocate for trail etiquette and trail use and keeping trails open. You're one of the few companies here or corporations in California that are pushing to keep everything open and available to the people out there. Mm-hmm. What I like about one of the benefits about Cal 4 Wheel is that you guys are opening doors, right? Because you've always sort of been just originally way back in the day, you were Jeeps, only Jeeps.
Correct.
And then you've opened the doors to all the other makes and models, and now you're sort of opening the doors to side-by-sides and motorcycles too, right?
So I'm really glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
And in what you're saying in the history, yes, we were known as a Jeep club. But again, you got to remember in 1959, most of the vehicles were Jeeps.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we are not just a Jeep association, and a lot of people think that's what we are. But we are a wheeling association. So yes, we are open to all makes, models of wheeling vehicles. We had been fighting to get side-by-sides available on our events for a few years, but it was insurance reasons, and my understanding is it was on the fatalities for these razors and young kids being on them, and wasn't always a super great thing. We finally were able to get our insurance company to let us bring the first side-by-sides on last year.
Oh, excellent.
And one of the rules is that the side-by-sides cannot go on the same trails as the Jeeps. So when we do an event like this, we have to go through and get all the permits for the Jeeps, and then of course we have to do the permits for the side-by-sides as well.
Okay.
But we're really, really happy. It's been a long fight. We're really finally glad that we can finally get our side-by-sides on there, because they deserve to do this too.
Yeah.
They're not just a sand vehicle, although they are super great on sand. Been there, done that. It's a lot of fun. But it's nice to be able to expand our horizons on that part of it. And yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Absolutely. And they're part of this community,
Absolutely.
right? They maybe at these events, they're not running the same trails as us, but on any other time, they are on the same trails as we are. They're doing the same things as us, our Jeeps or Toyotas or any other rig that's out there that's running these trails, and they should be responsible to some extent of what's happening on the trails.
Correct. The other thing too is, and I've been on trails where it's wheelers and then we run into side-by-sides. And one of the things that really both parties need to be conscious of is some etiquette on the trail. Obviously, if you have a place to pull over, you want to pull over and let them go by, or vice versa. And you just kind of let them know how many vehicles are behind you,
Sure.
and they let you know how many vehicles are behind them. I mean, it is about sharing the trails with them. And you're right, there are not designated razor trails and designated wheelers. So it's about trail etiquette, safety. The other thing that we really try to enforce is pack it in and pack it out.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you actually jump out of your vehicle to pick up extra garbage that's not yours, hey, we're not going to fault you for it. We're probably going to pat you on the back for that.
Absolutely. I know we actually did that just the other day on the Rubicon when we were wheeling out. There was just a nasty mess on the side of the trail, and we're like, nope, got to clean that up.
Got to pick it up.
So do you want to talk really quickly about the Gladiator you guys are giving away?
Absolutely. The builder this year is Veroza 4x4 Outfitters. He's doing a great job. It's a 4-door Gladiator, and it's the Gecko Green. There are a lot of plans that we still have on for there. Unfortunately, the chairman of the Gladiator this year isn't here with me, but there is some other things. We are planning on getting lockers on it still. We have BF Goodrich tires on there. We have a rugged radio inside. There is a rooftop tent that's going on, but it's not going to go on the roof. It's going to be, brackets will be fabricated, and it will be put on the back of that.
On a bed rack of some
Correct.
sort. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
One of the things that they were concerned about is a lot of it is aluminum that they've done. The fenders are aluminum. The bumpers are aluminum. One of the things they were concerned about was the rock sliders being aluminum and the long body, the wheelbase. Basically what they did is they did do that as a steel, and then they powder coated that. So that is one of the black accents that you'll see on there. Yeah. But, and there are still some other things that are coming out. It's going to be re-geared. So basically it's going to be pretty much ready to go.
And how would somebody enter to win it?
So basically it is a donation of $20 per ticket. You can go online. If you go online to cal4wheel.com, you'll go in under store, click on Win a Jeep. You order your tickets there, but you cannot pay for them online. That would fall into a gambling laws, and this is not a gambling thing. So they would send you the tickets. You would then fill out the stubs, return those stubs with the amount of money at $20 a ticket. The drawing will be February 28th, and that will be in 18th. I'm sorry.
18th of 2023.
Correct. February 18th of 2023. You do not need to be present to win.
Got it. Okay.
And the only thing you are responsible for is tax license and, of course, insurance before we hand those keys over.
Sure.
Yeah, the only
makes
time
sense.
that this thing is driven is on and off of the trailer. We don't drive it anywhere. So there's very low mileage on it, which is what we want to keep for it.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful vehicle.
Strikingly color that definitely stands out. So you mentioned it before, cal4wheel.com. Is there any other way that people can get in contact with you guys?
Absolutely. They can actually even call the office. And the best way is really to do it online.
Okay.
But they can call the office, and the phone number there is going to be 916-381-8300. 8300. You can let the office manager or her assistant know that they want to get some Win a Jeep tickets. They'll ask how much, and they'll send them out to you, and they just return them with their money.
Cool. And that's the same number if they wanted to become a member or help support.
Absolutely. Also, too, we have 3 regions. We have North, Central, and South. So depending on where they are, they can get an in-gear. They can see the in-gear online. And then we do have membership. So I'm the membership of the North District. So if they open up the in-gear and they live in the North, I can help them find a club in their area, or they can even just let me know that they want to join as an individual. I can do all of that for them, and I can take care of that for them. Annual membership fee is $50. Which, come on, $50 really isn't much to help keep these trails open. If you decide you want to be a life member, it's $750, but you can pay $62.50 payments, and in 1 year you're done, and there are no more fees.
It makes it nice and easy.
It does.
I do have a bonus question. Is there a benefit for clubs to join Cal 4-Wheel?
There are. If you join a club, well, that's a twofold question.
Okay.
It's always good to join a club, because then you're never a good idea to go out alone.
Sure.
If you go out with clubs, sometimes our own clubs have their own events. That's number 1. Number 2, you get the camaraderie of other people who like to do what you like to do.
Yeah.
Number 3, they're not going to leave you behind. We're really, really big on no man left behind. So if something happens, you got to be drug out. You're not going to go out by yourself. Somebody's going to help you get out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The other thing is individual or member. I mean, we really don't mind if you're going to be part of a club. It's super great, because you do get that added bonus plan of having friends. You can be an individual member, so you don't have to be a member of a club.
Okay.
So either way, if you want to be an individual or you want to be a club member, you can still reach out to any one of the memberships, and they can help you get either connected with a club or become an individual. And there's many clubs in many different areas. So sometimes you might go to one club and go to another club, check it out, and see which one you fit in with.
Yeah, absolutely. I do know that, there's different mentalities or different attitudes to different clubs out there, and maybe the first one you go to isn't going to be the fit for you.
Absolutely.
And, so I do advise people to try different clubs along the way.
Absolutely.
And, you'll find one eventually that will be a great fit for you and you the type of wheeling that you enjoy doing.
Right. And again, if they don't have an in-gear, you can go online and get that. If you don't get a hold of the membership for that district, please feel free to get a hold of the office because the gal's there. Bonnie Steele is our office manager, and we have Barbara, who is her assistant, and these ladies are more than welcome to help you guys.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time, Kitten.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And is there anything you want to really say about Cal 4 Wheel when we close?
The only thing that I can really say is if anybody is not a member already of Cal 4, again, these are the trails that you guys are using. So your help in becoming a member is, I cannot tell you, it's greatly appreciated because it is going to help us keep these trails open. Nobody wants to go out to wheel and find a gate across a trail. Yes. So, and $50, I know I've wasted $50 on something that's not quite as productive as this. So, please think about joining.
Excellent.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. All right, everybody. It was Mitchell?
Yes.
Mitchell. I'm sitting here with Mitchell. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear it. Mitchell here is going to be representing CORVA. Are you, is there a board member? Or are you affiliated with them in any way? Or are you just volunteering out here today?
I am Northern California Assistant Director.
Okay. That's a mouthful.
Yes.
Can you shorten that somehow? Is there an abbreviation that we can figure out for you?
One of the California directors.
There you go.
Northern California.
So tell everybody out here about CORVA. What do you guys do? How do you help the off-roading community?
California Off-Road Vehicle Association. We lobby, legislate, whatever we need to do to make sure that access stays open. We side-by-sides, 4x4s, snowmobiles, sand buggies. It doesn't matter. We started out as a sand focus group in Southern California and expanded statewide. We've helped out with horse people, even some hikers. We've helped out with their groups. The mountain bikers we help with, trying to help push the Forest Service to come up with an actual ruling to make e-bikes legal in the forest. Because technically they're not right now. They're not classified as any kind of vehicle.
Interesting. Okay. That's good to know.
So we're there at the formation of the California OHV system, and we were involved when they were merged with state parks, and we work with all the different forests in the state as their road use issues come up. We work to make sure that the voice is heard for everyone.
Okay. So I primarily know CORVA as an active legislative group, like people that are working behind the scenes, attorneys, lawyers, things like that, fighting to keep trails open. Is there another avenue of CORVA besides that?
That is our primary focus.
Okay.
Track legislation. We have people that are on our board that are considered experts. The state will call, senators will call. Do I have this idea right? Am I looking at this the correct way? We've testified before Congress in Washington. California, we work with the BLM, the Forest Service, private companies. We're involved with Oceano.
Yes.
So we've
discussed throughout on our podcast and everything that you guys have been doing and all the wins you guys are definitely been getting here recently, which is outstanding.
We just keep pushing and working stuff. There's some more stuff that's be coming up here shortly. The governor wants taken care of. The state needs to do. So we're in preparation stages for that. When it comes up, we'll be available. We'll be ready to go.
Okay.
When the opportunity comes.
Excellent. So, if people really are interested in helping out CORVA, what would be a good avenue for people to do that?
Go to corva.org. You can join the membership there, which is $40 a year, $400 for life. And all of our information, our contact information is there. We have info.corva. You can find a list of all the different directors and vice presidents. We have guys that specialize in legislation, education, and you can pick who you like to go to or just go with corva.org, and we'll get back in touch with you.
Okay. And once again, I mean, you guys aren't, like, we're out at an off-road 4x4 event, but you guys cover everything on in the off-road scheme. Like, you're talking snowmobiles, motorcycles, horses, hikers. You really want to just keep the trails open for the public.
Correct. That's our focus. Keep the lands open, whether it's the county, the state, whoever it is, because we want people to be able to get out and recreate and enjoy the property and the lands that they've paid for. You're California Off-Road Vehicle Association, but is there dreams or aspirations of going bigger? Not really, but on the other hand, we do have national contacts. We work with Blue Ribbon Coalition, American Sand Sports, you name it. We've had contacts with them, or we're part of a working group with them.
Okay.
And we get calls from everybody
Got
wanting
it.
to know how we do that and how we work with them.
It really does seem like California leads the way on a lot of the ways that parks or land use is being taken across the nation. I know that we have the big fight about it in Oceana Dunes right now is like the particulates in the air, right? And I know that just after that happened and like Oceana was getting shut down, then Moab instantly had an issue with particulates in the air, and then we need to shut down a bunch of trails. And what you guys do here in California is it pushes forward everything that can kind of happen across the nation. Do you feel that there's an aspiration or a drive to really kind of I don't know what I'm kind of looking for, striving to become excellent to show the nation on what's good or right?
Doing it within California.
Okay.
We work as best we can. We work with agencies. We have people that we've worked with for years, and building the foundations to keep working with, even if the leaders change. Mm-hmm. And that's where a lot of other groups contact us, how we do it. It's a talent to put up with some of these people.
Yeah.
And it's a definite skill set.
Absolutely. So if there's anybody out there that wants to help out and keep trails open, they can go to www.corva.org. Is there any other avenue that people can get in contact with you guys?
That's the easiest and fastest. Our system will split out who it needs to go to, or we will call you, email you, find out exactly what you need, and we will go from there.
Excellent. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Thank you.
Right on. All right. So here we are with Blake from WFO. Trevor didn't want to come in to hang out with us today, so we got his second best. How are you doing today, Blake?
I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent.
It's a nice weekend out here.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Big turnout too.
Yeah. I rumor has it it's the biggest Sierra Trek yet.
I could see that for sure.
Yeah. Have you been up to Sierra Trek before?
Probably 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you do the COVID one?
I didn't. That's the one that we missed.
Yeah. I think we all did.
Yeah.
But all right. So did you enter a vehicle in the car show or just the sidekick here?
Sidekick, Frank the Tank entered the LJ by accident.
Yeah.
So it's looking strong though.
Is it? It's the only LJ out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Therefore, it probably should win.
Yeah, for sure. We got 3 votes right now.
Yeah. Out of 3. So I think you're doing good. Cool. All right, so Blake, you're with WFO, which is a well-known company in Northern California for tons of fab work, all the different kits you guys make for Fords to everything else out there for the most part. Can you give me your guys' elevator speech? What is WFO? What do you guys do? Who do you work for or help out?
Trevor Huskins is the owner. We do many things there. We're currently right now we're big into the JLs and JTs. We just came out recently with the JL long arm kit for the front and rear. That's been a really big seller recently. And right now we're working on the JT rear long arm. We've done a couple of them, and that should be in production here shortly.
Cool.
But other than that, we do a lot of gear installs, just from anything from your stock Ford that you blew up a ring and pinion and you'll bring it in here.
Yeah.
We'll get it done.
Well, not only that, but you guys do a lot of, do you do custom fab stuff too? Like if somebody brought you, a TJ and said, I want it on 60s and I want it on 42s and I want an Atlas. Do you guys do that as well?
Yeah, we do a lot of that. Recently, we've been kind of slowing down doing that because it's just kind of hard right now with getting parts. But, we do a lot of we build the axles in the gear and axle shop, and then we deliver them over to the fab shop to have 3-link installed in the front, coilovers, and 4-link rear coilover. So,
okay. So really, you can do it all.
We do it all, yeah.
And you built the poop truck.
We built the poop truck.
Yeah,
yep.
Everybody knows the poop truck.
Yep. Everybody knows the poop truck. Smells great.
Yeah, I'm sure it did when it was new.
Yeah.
Not so much now.
No.
One of the things I really like about what you guys have is you do a fantastic radius arm 60 kit for almost anything out there.
Yeah.
If anybody's looking to do what is it, an 05 up Super Duty solid axle swap, the WFO kit is like top notch.
We do them for all the old 88 to 98 Chevys, all the new Chevys, new Duramaxes, the first gen Tacomas, so 96 to 04 Tacomas, and it's been a really big seller recently.
Yeah. I have a few friends that rock that kit, and it's fantastic. You know? I'm laying under their rig looking up. I'm like, oh, this is a WFO kit.
Yep.
Everybody speaks highly of it. Everybody loves it. Yeah. And one day I'm going to get in contact with you because I have a 97 OBS Ford.
Okay.
And I want to do it on that.
Nice.
That's a long-term goal, but it'll happen. Cool. So how can people get a hold of WFO if they have any questions or want to get some fab work done or build some gear and axles up? What would be a good way?
You can go to our website, give us our numbers on there, and give us a call.
Okay. Excellent. What is the website?
Oh, WFOconcepts.com.
Excellent. Good job. All right. Thanks, Blake. Thanks for being out here. Why did you guys come to Sierra Trek? Is there a specific reason? You just like the trail, or what?
We just like to hang out, talk to our customers, and show our presence here.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Yep. Thank you.
Next one down the line here, we got Madsen from MetalCloak. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? Isn't it a beautiful day out here?
It's a gorgeous day. I appreciate the shade, though. Thank you. It is a bit warm for the lake, you know?
I know. I was watching you go down the line. Everybody was making you stand out in the sun while they were talking to you.
Yeah. That's all right. You know, I got my bronze on. I'm Italian. I just burn and then recover real quick.
Nice. Well, that keeps you the hair, too.
Yeah. The graying hair.
But yeah. You know, I'm not Italian. I don't have the hair.
Oh, okay. We won't bring that up. We'll cut this section out. So tell me a bit about MetalCloak. I'm a bit ashamed. You know, we're a Toyota podcast primarily.
No, I forgive you.
We're talking to a Jeep company, but you know, we're friends. We're all in the industry. We all love the trails. We're all here to support each other. So, what would your elevator pitch be for somebody that had no idea who you were?
Well, you know, our tagline says it all. It's your Jeep, only better. That's what we started from the very beginning, doing innovative products that nobody else wanted to do, right? And our heritage goes back to 2003 when a company called Rev 1 started working on replacement tube fenders. They became Rev 111, developing what was called the arched tube fender. And those that are TJ guys know you loved it or hated it. We came in, we purchased them and brought them up here because they've been closed for about a year. They didn't really have the funds to keep going and didn't really know how to manufacture things. So we brought them up here, moved in Rancho Cordova, started in a 2,000 square foot building and built it up from there. Now, 13 years later, we have 1,400 products from 3 products, and we have 70,000 square feet to fill.
Yeah. No, and that's excellent. I mean, you guys do everything. You cover the gamut in the Jeep world, and actually you're now expanding out a little bit into the Toyota world.
We do.
With some links and some bed racks and a few other accessories.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to see.
Raffle tickets! Get your raffle tickets for the big raffle tomorrow. Today.
So what brought you up to Sierra Trek? Have you been in this area often? Are you out here supporting the community? Why did you come to this event?
Well, Sierra Trek's an amazing event just because it's not just Jeeps, right? And it's everybody out here, and it's a beautiful area. We've been supporting Sierra Trek, since we were down in Cisco Grove for several years, and then moved up here and to Meadow Lake, and that's where it originally started a long time ago. And I was introduced to Sierra Trek when it was in Cisco Grove, but it's just a great group of people. We decided a while ago that events like Sierra Trek we need to be fully responsible for, right? Events like this don't happen, then we don't have a community, whether it's Toyota, Bronco, Jeep. We need to support these communities because they're great fundraisers and ultimately fundraisers for the trails.
Right.
So we did everything we could to be essentially a title sponsor of this event and support everything we could on it. And it's just what we want to do for California and for Northern California.
Right, absolutely. And this event, Sierra Trek, is a big event raising money for Cal 4-Wheel, which is one of the main reasons that we're all out here.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like I didn't even bring my crawler to this event. I'm out here. I'm supporting the event. I actually registered for a run. I'm not going on because my rig broke. But, you know, that's Toyota problems. You know, but I don't have a problem. You know, that's a donation.
Right.
That's the reason we're helping out these trails. That's why we're here. What is a title sponsor, like something like you guys? What does that get you at an event like this, besides the flaming fire pit?
So, I mean, it's not necessarily, there isn't in Sierra Trek, there isn't a title that says title sponsor, and here's a list of things you get, and here's the dollar amount you need to donate.
Okay.
What I basically did was sat down with the event chair last year, which was Amy, John this year, and said, these are what's available. All right, good. We will sponsor all of the windshields. We'll sponsor the T-shirts. So all the T-shirts are printed by us. We sponsored the mugs. We sponsored, we got the fire pit going. Everything we could do to help things happen and be more smooth, right? And so that's all it was about, just getting. And it's not what we get, because ultimately, it's that what we get out of it personally, right? It's like we're giving a gift, and there's a certain amount of joy about that. It's not what they're giving back to us.
So did you take over the responsibilities for like printing the shirts?
Absolutely, yeah. We designed and printed the shirts. We designed and printed the mugs. We designed, everything we could do. We just took care of and said, here you go.
You relieved the chair's stress in
Absolutely.
in a bit of a way.
Yeah, except for the fact that, so the mugs will be there Tuesday. They didn't arrive till Wednesday, and we got them up somehow. In fact, Tyler brought them up, right? So there was a little bit of that stress of it, which it's normal in my world. Other people somehow like to plan ahead. I just
who does that,
right? They arrived, and that's what counted.
And on time.
On time, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. That's great. So how long have you been wheeling the Fordyce Creek Trail?
So I have actually never been fully through Fordyce.
Really?
No, we talked about it on our own podcast, the Modern Jeeper Show.
Okay.
We had John come out and talk about it. It's incredible because first off, Fordyce is probably one of the greatest trails in the world that is not a badge of honor trail. And there's probably multiple reasons for that. You'd see a bunch of guys coming up here with their Jeeps trying to do it and realize, oh shoot, I shouldn't do that. But my first attempt at Fordyce, we left at 6:30 in the morning. Went with a group of guys. I walked back into my house 6:30 the next morning, and all we had managed to do was make it to Windshield 1 and cross committee. It was a long and forever ingrained and burned in my head. And since then, it's just been a matter of getting out and do things. Part of the challenge with being at the MetalCloak and growth oriented and really always trying to do more and more things. And people who listen to my podcast know I don't get out as much. I live vicariously through others.
Sure. Well, I don't know if brains of the operation is your official title, but MetalCloak, has an immense amount of time dedicated to it. You do all of that, and and it's a great company, and everything that you guys do that donates time and money and everything to these events is greatly appreciated. How can people find you, get in contact with you, find ways to talk to you?
Easy. Email me, matt@metalcloak.com. Go ahead and call us on the phone number, 916-631-8071. Facebook, everything. You can, generally speaking, you'll find me live on Instagram, MetalCloak's Instagram page. Some mornings, I do mornings with Matt Sonian live as I'm doing my commute in, which is a little 6-minute commute, so it's a fun little thing to answer questions for people.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, so we get out and do everything we can do to be in it. I'm easy, but you need to just stop on by if you want to do. Stop on by at MetalCloak. We don't have a showroom, but we love talking to you. And there's most likely on a given day 6 Jeeps all fully loaded out front from employees and groups. So
absolutely, I remember driving my Toyota up there and going, I'm in the wrong spot, but this is going to be an interesting conversation.
And that's one thing I do want to say to your community is we are growing into the Toyota market. Our control arms are they've done well. That kind of came and evolved from somebody who was doing it in the Toyota community. Okay. And unfortunately, we found out one day from other customers of his that he was telling the community that we were 6 months out on delivery of product. Oh. And so we went, that's not quite right. So we went back to him and we talked to him a little bit, made him kind of fulfill the orders, and we decided to start doing it ourselves. So we have adjustable control arms and for a number of different platforms, right? We also have our bed rack systems that work on the Tacomas.
Yeah.
So it's a growing thing for us. In fact, it's kind of hard for us because we have It's Your Jeep Only Better as our great slogan.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But now we're having to broaden that. Ram, Bronco, Toyota, and all the great guys out there that really want to just enjoy the outdoors.
Right. Well, do you want to give a shameless plug for your podcast?
Absolutely. You can check me at modernjeepershow.com. Myself, Corey Osborne, and Rockstar Jeep Girl Jessie, they travel the country, and we do it. Every episode goes live on Thursday mornings. We try to do it. I think we're at episode 178. We just finished, and we're on target for our 200th episode to be in January, which we'll do a big $5,000 giveaway for that one live.
Excellent. Well, thanks, Madsen, for hanging out, and being out here with us and supporting everything that's going on.
Well, I appreciate it. It's great being with you guys and love your community.
Next up on the docket is Hot Metal Fab. How are you doing today?
Doing wonderful.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
What
a
do you
good
got
day
in your
today.
hand?
I've been drinking Bloody Mary since about when the bar opened.
A good Bloody Mary in the morning never hurts anybody. What'd you do last night?
Went to bed.
Oh, yeah? You didn't run the trail at all?
I ran the trail on Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
I got in we got in late on Wednesday night. Got up early, ran the trail on Thursday. You know, just kind of hung out. Jeep spun its front end, and we just kind of hung out, waited while they got winched out. It was fun though.
So you kind of have a unique rig. Can you tell us a little bit about what you brought out here and what you're wheeling today?
Yeah, well, I've always had a soft spot for Suzuki sidekicks. I bought a Jeep YJ. It was beautiful, super nice. I took it out wheeling.
Headlights, though.
Square headlights.
Oh.
I took it out wheeling on a basic trail, almost rolled it. Got home, sold it, and bought a sidekick. And ever since, I've had it. Mine's the third one I've had, but it's, you know, small tires, 36-inch tires, and it goes wherever the big boys do. It's low power, high gear, and just kind of does what it does. I roll it over all the time. You flip it back over, blow the smoke out the tailpipe, and keep on going.
Do you know the crawl ratio on it?
I don't know the crawl ratio. My friend told me it's almost 100 to 1, though. I don't know if that's factually. It's got...
Do you have is there a way to, do you have dual cases or is there just a
Yeah, I got
5 to 1?
Toyota dual cases, 4.7 in the rear.
Okay.
538 gears.
What's the first gear? Do you know on the transmission?
Whatever
Offhand?
whatever the
Whatever it
Toyota
is, stock?
W56 is.
You're way below. You're below 100 to 1.
Oh, nice.
My rig, I have the R151, and it's like 4.3 or something in the first gear. 2.28, 4.7, 529s, and I'm like 250 to 1.
Oh, shit.
So you're over that.
Nice.
I'm at like 245, but you're probably you're in the same ballpark probably.
Yeah, dude.
Because the W56 is a little bit higher of a first gear, but you have lower diff gears.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're probably in the same ballpark.
So I'm 538 in the front and 529 in the rear.
And you only drive it on the road, I hope.
Oh, no. I don't drive it
Or
on
I
the
mean
road.
on the dirt.
Yeah. No, you're within 10%.
I'm drinking
10%.
goat's milk.
Yeah.
So.
No, you got to be within 10%. It's good. No, that thing's it's literally bulletproof. Like the only thing I fucked up is the motor. And that's from trying to start it when there was oil in the cylinders.
Okay.
And it ran for 3 years with a nod rocking.
and still worked.
Yeah, still worked great. Still
Excellent.
worked great.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Hot Metal Fab for a second. What do you guys do? What do you produce? What's the goal of the business?
Well, we do a little bit of everything. You know, at any time going, we got a couple LS swaps, engine swaps going on. We do general manufacturing for contractors, gates, handrails. We do bracketry for big electrical companies. You know, we actually make parts for Amazon and Uline and all the Campbell's Soup. And then we have our online store where we sell rock sliders, bed racks, bumpers. You know, it's a little bit of everything.
I did notice that you're doing sort of swing out rear bumper for Tacomas.
Yeah, no, it's a hitch mounted swing out tire carrier.
Okay.
Yeah. So it just kind of bolts in. It'll work on most vehicles. It works on my Dodge 1500 2019. We put it in a LX 470, whatever those are. You know, so it's working on pretty much everything.
Excellent.
That's one of the new products. We also have a universal tire carrier bed rack. It works on Gladiators, Tacomas, everything. So if you don't necessarily want the rooftop tent, but you want to keep your bed clear, you put your tire up right above your bed. It's a cool new product. We've been selling quite a few of those.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So you pretty much cover the gamut from like old school rock crawlers to new modern day overlanders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
exactly.
great. Why Sierra Trek? Why'd you come up here?
Just trying to kind of get the name out. We would like to pick up more do more contracting stuff. You know, we all the guys in the shop, we're going to be greedy. We want to work on our own rigs. We want to, have fun. I've had a buggy I've been working on for, 2-3 years. It's 95% done and I got all the parts. It's just got to find that time to get over the last little hump.
All right. Yeah, definitely. So do you want to allude to the rig that you were building for what's the big old party out in Nevada that I'm totally
Oh, the
blanking
Burning
on?
Man
Burning
project.
Man project.
Yeah, so we're currently working on a huge Burning Man project. The people have put over $1 million into it.
Oh my gosh.
Metal fabrication is pushing $200,000. It's going to be the Led Zeppelin album cover. Literally Pink Floyd album cover. The wall, the big pyramid with the floating eye.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like,
and Hot Metal Fab's doing all the metal work for that.
yeah, we're doing all the fabrication work on that. Pretty much every day they come, hey, can you do this? We decided we want to put a TV array on the front bumper. Can you mount some metal to the front and weld that on? That's literally what we're doing next week. We have 1 week left, and they're bringing more and more stuff on. Like,
Dang.
I guarantee
We call
you,
that feature creep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, us common folk, we don't know about all this. Like, they want to put some casters on something, and they ordered $16,000 in casters.
Wow.
Right.
I don't even know what $16,000 worth. How many casters do you get for $16,000?
16.
16
They're
casters?
about $1,000 a piece.
Those are some big casters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
They're-
picturing like little 3-inch wheel casters.
No. They hold, I think, 4,500 pounds a pop.
Damn.
Everything's overbuilt. It has 16-foot outriggers that weigh 1,000 pounds a piece. And they're all like manual mechanical, and they lift them up with a forklift and slide them into the truck.
Wow. Okay.
It's big, heavy duty stuff.
Wow, that's outstanding. Yeah, so it sounds like you really do it all, and you do a lot. You're doing a lot. Some things for the more modern day wheelers, and some things for the older crawlers.
Oh yeah, a little something for everybody. We're doing an LS swap on a 260Z right now.
Really?
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, they bought a $10,000 motor, a Tribex 6-speed. It's a sweet rig.
That sounds really cool. I'll have. You're not terribly far from my home.
Yeah,
I'll have to swing in one of these days and check that out.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool car.
So, how can people get a hold of you if they want to get some fab work done or learn about other things that you guys can do?
Google Hot Metal Fab and send us an email. It's sales@hotmetalfab, or send us a text message. We are hiding from the phone these days, so text message and email are the best way to get a hold of us.
Awesome. Well, thanks for meeting up with me.
Of course. It was great.
Hi, Stacy. How are you doing today?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Where are we?
We are at the Sierra track out on the Fordyce. It's an event. It's actually their 55th annual event, and Raceline's been a big partner with them since, I believe, the beginning.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here with Stacy. What's your title with Raceline?
I am the West Coast event coordinator.
West Coast event coordinator.
For off-road and overlanding.
Oh, they have a whole overlanding division?
Yeah, well, off-road and overlanding kind of goes hand in hand, but we have race division, we have a UTV division, we have actually quite a few because we make wheels for everything down to your boat trailer. So if you have it, we got wheels for it.
Excellent. So what kind of wheels do you specialize in? Why are you out here today?
I am beadlocks because, you're really going to put them through its paces. You want to air down. You want to get out into the middle of nowhere kind of situations and still be able to get back safely. That would be your beadlocks.
Definitely. So you have some nice beadlocks here showing off by a really cool rig. Who'd you bring out here today?
I was lucky enough to make friends with the Peck brothers. I think they're really cool family, very down to earth, very sincere. They have a YouTube channel. They show a lot of skill and a lot of playing and a lot of humor, and I thought they'd fit right in with Raceline.
Excellent. And so how'd you attract them? How'd you actually capture them? Did you just say, "Hi, I'm Stacy, I run Raceline"? That's
how I attract everybody. But no, I think this was kind of a mutual just come together. You just sometimes you're in the right place at the right time, the doors just open.
Okay.
And for all of us.
And so do you want to introduce the people sitting around us right now?
Well, I'd actually like them to just introduce themselves, but yes, go ahead.
Who do we have here on the mic today? Right next. So there's 3 brothers and Peck brothers.
Yeah.
We've got Dad and a lovely lady that's affiliated one way or another. The wife, a wife of one.
One of the wives.
Okay, wife of this one, the first one on the mic, and you are?
I'm the oldest brother. I'm Brady Peck.
Okay. Well, where are you guys from?
We're from southeastern Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah.
And you guys cruised out here for this event?
Yeah. It took us about 14 hours, and we we were just stoked to be here. It's our very first time here, and to be totally honest, this is our very first podcast we've ever been on.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Kind of a fun thing, yeah, for sure.
Welcome. So is this your first time to California?
I mean, we've been here before, just not actually out wheeling. We've heard of the Rubicon, Fordyce, and all that. We just have never been able to get out here. And
yeah.
I mean, we're usually spending all of our money trying to get our rigs working, and then we're out of money to actually get them to go wheeling. So, yeah.
Understood. Okay, cool. So have you had a chance to run the trail?
We did, yeah. We've been running it for the last 2 days, and, man, there's some fun stuff on there.
Yeah.
There's some good obstacles. It pushes your rig, for sure. From mild to wild, it's a great trail to go check out.
Excellent. All right, let's move on to the next brother. Is this middle brother or youngest brother?
This is a youngest brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your name?
My name's Caleb.
Caleb, pleasure. How are you doing today?
I'm doing real good.
Okay.
Real good.
Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. So what was your, like, before coming to California, what did you think that the Fordyce Creek Trail would be like?
Well, everybody talks about it, and like I seen videos, and I thought my Jeep was going to get washed away by the rivers.
Oh,
and so
you saw that video?
I was honestly like kind of worried about it, like, but we didn't even make it down to like the rivers at all. So we were just we wheeled down like the last 3 winch hills, and then we turned around and came back up.
So you didn't go down to the creek?
No.
Oh,
no, we didn't make it down.
Didn't make it down there?
We were running from the river.
We were running away from the river.
We were running away from the river. Exactly.
It's probably not a high flow right now, so you probably would have made it across. And with these tires that are next to me, you would have just floated across, probably.
Yeah.
So was it as hard or as difficult as you anticipated?
Well, I kind of, I've heard that this is like one of the hardest trails in Northern California.
Yeah.
And I think that probably the most challenging part about it is there's a couple places where you get your tires wet. And once your tires are wet and there's no traction, it can make something that's not super hard make it really hard.
Definitely.
So I think, if it's downpouring out here especially, it'd be you're full throttle trying to get up stuff for sure.
Yep. Cool. All right, let's move to middle brother. And then we'll go to dad. So tell us about the YouTube channel. What do you guys do?
So with our YouTube channel, we kind of just started out like filming ourselves in the garage with Caleb's Jeep that's here, that's right behind you. We documented pretty much the whole thing. We do a lot of wheeling trips. We kind of just, it's almost vlog style. We just kind of video what we're doing that day, kind of thing.
So do you put out an episode every day, once a week, once a month?
We're once a week.
Okay.
So we try to do 2 a week sometimes, but I mean, we're so busy we still have real jobs. Sure. So this is kind of a weekend thing, but we're at least once a week.
I have had a YouTube channel. I still have a YouTube channel, but I don't do much with it anymore. I was once a week for a long time. I was once a week or like once a month for a while. Now it's like, I might get a video out once in a while.
Yeah.
So I know, once a week, 2 times a week is insane. I can't imagine anybody that did that. Or Casey Neistat that used to do it like every day. Like that's all insane. So, okay. So let's talk about how can people find you guys, where are you at on YouTube or Instagram or any of that?
So we're on Instagram. It's just at Peck Brothers. YouTube or Peck Brothers Off-Road. Same with Facebook. We do have a TikTok as well. I think it's just Peck Brothers. So we're on every social media platform pretty much.
All right. I got 1 or 2 questions for Dad. So let's pass this over. Since he's sitting in the circle, we might as well take him up on it. How are you doing today, Dad?
Oh, I can't complain. It can't get better than this.
Yeah? You having fun out here?
Well, it's the best. How can you got your boys with you and your daughter-in-law in a place like this, meeting great people. It's fantastic.
So I'm not dating you here, but as a slightly, you got kids and, in the driving age, did you ever expect this internet thing to take off and be so successful for your children?
They've got such a dynamics between the 3 of them that honestly, my wife really is kind of the one that pushed these boys to really do it because of the way they interact. And she just kind of felt like, hey, if the world could meet you guys, there could be something special. So she's kind of the driving force, too, behind it.
Okay. You just drove them out here.
I just got to get them here.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's a lot of fun. Let's swing back here to Stacy real quick. So Stacy with Raceline.
Yes, sir.
Let's just circle back at how can people get in contact with Raceline? How do people figure out what rims or wheels they need for their rig?
Well, and that's the cool part with doing events and stuff. I can tell you the truth. I don't have to worry about sales. I don't have to pressure you into anything, which Raceline wouldn't, because Raceline is one of those companies you call, you actually speak to a real person. I'm walking through the office and I hear the ladies on the phone with customers. They're all smiling, laughing. The customers are all happy. Everywhere I go, people are not ducking and dodging me because they're beyond happy to brag to me about how awesome their wheels are. So you can go to racelinewheels.com, and we actually have a menu where you can click it and drop down, put in your make, model, color. Like, even if you have a lift, everything, it'll show you a picture of your vehicle. You can move the wheels up and actually try on wheels on the website. Usually there is more wheels available than what it shows, but at least gives you a taste of it.
Okay.
But you can also message me on Instagram, Southern as Sweet Tea, and I can help walk you through anything or answer any questions. Or you can email me at stacy.s@racelinewheels.com.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with me on this whirlwind of a tour of Sierra Trek, and safe travels home, you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.
So we're probably at one of the most kid-attractive spots out here at Sierra Trek. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do out here?
So my name's Michael Dooley. I'm with the Jefferson State Scalers. My friend Jason Linville is with Camp Serene Crawlers out of Oregon. We got invited last year by Amy Seagraves to come and put on a RC course for RC's kids to play on. So we brought our own cars down here, had 3 or 4 of them together with some few spare parts, gathered 6 loads of rocks in my F-150 Raptor, did a little landscaping, built a course for kids to play on, and this year we added 2 more loads of rocks with my friend's Dodge, modified it a little better, made some more attractions, made a few more routes to travel, and the kids have been playing on it. This year they actually broke 2 of our rigs, though.
Legitimately?
So, legitimately.
Last year I remember they were breaking your guys' rigs, but you were able to fix them.
Right.
This year,
no repairing. Not till we get home. Don't have parts.
Oh.
So
wow.
Didn't have parts to repair.
And I do have to admit, the course looks like 1.5 times larger than it was last year. This is awesome.
Yes, and they've been playing on it for the last 2 days for 8 hours a day. So
yeah,
for our cars to survive that, I think it's pretty impressive.
There you go. How do you keep the batteries charged this whole time?
Sierra Trek has power, so we hook our chargers into the power, and they allow us to charge our batteries up. Actually, I haven't had to charge any of my batteries. I bought enough for the kids to play with. I'll charge them when I get home.
You have that many batteries. He's opening a case right now and showing me his supply of batteries. Oh my gosh. Yep.
I have a few in there.
Just a few.
Yeah, just a couple.
Like 20. And you brought 6 batteries? Woo! You guys had it. You came ready to play.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
We were definitely ready and prepared. And I was actually planning of not charging any of my batteries. So worked out great.
And
I haven't charged one yet.
So last year you guys were here, and I think you guys did an episode with Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, right?
Yes, we did.
Talked to them. And so why do you think that they was the draw for the RC cars out here? Why do you think that Sierra Trek wanted you guys out here?
It entertains the kids, kind of like a little babysitter, I think.
Yeah.
And they come and enjoy it. They don't have to worry about them because they're focused and entertained by driving the cars around in this little area. They're close to camp. They can holler if they need to. So I think it's and it provides the kids an opportunity to learn skills when it comes to driving a vehicle.
Yeah. And the kids don't break daddy's vehicle or mommy's vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Excellent.
And that's in the hopes of, yes,
Sure.
by all means.
Absolutely.
And a lot more people this year actually brought their own RC cars.
Oh.
So they only ask us to be set up from 9 to 5. So usually after breakfast, and then usually we shut down before dinner so the kids can be with their parental units while they eat. That's why
Just let them go on the course.
And then anybody else that brings their own rigs is open to drive on it at any time.
So out of curiosity, did you guys leave the course here last year?
Yes, we did.
And how much of the course was still here?
The majority of it, actually. We were really surprised that this year that there was actually a vast majority of our rocks were still in location.
Okay.
We actually expected people to collect them and use them for fire pits and everything. But no, the people said that when we got here, they were all pretty much in the same place we left them.
Oh, that's good. That's easy for you.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, and we were talking to Amy, and I was like, we'll just keep bringing in rocks every year, and after a while, it'll be all just one little rock garden.
Yeah.
And we'll just bring flags, and they'll just have to drive through the flags.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So do you guys go out to any competitions? What do you guys do as like clubs or rock crawlers?
I travel with Horizon Hobbies and do both the Axial Fests. The one that's in Indiana and the one that we had this year at Rob's Resort, which is just down the road.
Not too far, yeah.
I help with the Recon G6 crew, and we set all the trails for both of those events. We do a top truck challenge during that event, and a UTAC, which is an Ultimate Team Adventure Challenge, which is kind of like geocaching. You have to
with RC cars?
Yes.
And FPV?
No, you have a group of people, 2 people, 3-man or 4-man or more, and you go out and find hidden treasures out in the woods, and you have to write down or remember the riddle or the question that's in the tube, bring it back to us once you solve the riddle, because the 5 corridors that we provide are a... They make a statement.
Oh, okay.
So like this year, it was charge your batteries, go RCing.
Yeah.
And the friend of mine, Bill Riddle, that's what he says on his YouTube videos every time he finishes one.
Right.
He says, charge your batteries and go RCing. And we thought that would greatly apply to our RC event.
Okay, that's
fun. And then I personally, and with Jason and a few of my other locals up in Northern California and Southern Oregon, we put on the Jefferson State Jamboree, which is on September 8th through the 11th this year. And we invite anybody and everybody, no matter what type of RC you have. We have U4 racing, we have sled pulls, we have hill climbs, we have drag racing, we have jumps, and
airplanes, boats?
No, not enough water.
Okay.
And I've never seen an airplane out there, but I would, if somebody wants to bring one, I'd encourage it. We do have drones. They come out and fly over the area. And, of course, we have the scenic Mount Shasta in the background for photo ops.
Yes. Yeah. That mountain's impressive.
Yes, it is. It's not so much this year. I think this is the least amount of snow I've ever seen on it.
Oh, really?
In my life.
I've summited twice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a few friends that have gone up a couple times.
I've attempted 5 times.
A friend of mine attempted and didn't make it because people were ill-equipped to make the trip.
Okay.
So he had to return back.
That was me on one of those trips. The very, 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 very first time I tried, I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
It's a hike. I can guarantee it. I've been up to Horse Camp.
Okay.
That's as far as I've gone up on the mountain.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was a field trip.
Yeah.
With my daughter when she was in 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
And it's a hike. It definitely just to go to Horse Camp is a hike.
Yeah.
So I imagine you guys going up another 4,000 feet is pretty impressive.
Yes. So if people wanted to have, or people had some RC questions or wanted to get in contact with either of you to ask those questions, how can they do that?
I'm on Instagram at MTDooley, or they can look up Jefferson State Scalers, and I'm on there. They can find me on Facebook at MTDooley. And Jefferson State Jamboree, you can look me up on there and get in contact with me there also.
Okay. Do you want to do a shout out of how do people get into contact with you with questions, or are you just going to stay silent on the other side of the mic?
Yeah, I don't have any Instagram. All I'm on Facebook under Jason Linville. You'll find Oregon. That's where I'm actually from. Can't miss the pictures. Me out RCing. So out at Mini Moab.
Yeah.
So,
okay. So we took you down. Well, we, as in Samurai James, took you down part of the Fordyce Creek Trail yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I've never been in the actual one-to-one rock crawling scene. I know a lot of people that do it, but I've just never been a part of it.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience, even though we only went a short distance.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting.
It's a different game, right?
Yes.
So,
and the thing is, like I was telling James, is it is no different between the one-to-one and an RC truck.
Almost.
I mean, you have to find your perfect line so you don't hang up and get stuck.
There's something to be said about having an RC car and playing with it and learning lines and then applying that to your real rig.
Yes.
Your one-to-one rig, as you put it.
A lot of that is true. I mean,
Because like I was saying, you have to find what's going to hang up the differential, what tire needs to make contact to what rock to pull you that inch or 3 to get you to move and back under your own power on all 4 tires.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it is complete one-to-one, and RC is quite similar.
Yeah.
The RC, you can do a little bit more stuff with it. You can roll it over and not have to worry about how many thousands you're going to have to spend to fix it.
Yeah.
It's like...
to some extent.
Yeah, it's a couple dollars here, or maybe up to $100. I mean, but other than that, I mean, it was quite fun being out on the trail and getting to hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
and, I'm
absolutely
looking forward to it next year.
Yeah, maybe we can go down below 4 next year.
Yeah, James was saying next year we're going all the way to the bottom and then coming back up. So
that'll be fun.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Well, we appreciate you guys being out here and being our kids' babysitters. That's thank you so much. Hopefully, you guys are having some fun with it as well and teaching some kids about the RC world.
Yeah, and I can't wait to come back for next year. And we already have plans on making some new obstacles.
Okay.
And making it more interesting.
I want to see a teeter-totter next year.
Well, that's kind of doable, but we're going to have to go and figure out what age group that we're going to allow play on the teeter-totter.
Yeah. Otherwise, it turns into a ramp.
A ramp, or our truck's broke in the first hour.
Yeah. Understood. Excellent. Well, thanks so much, guys. Thanks for being out here and supporting the community and the rock crawling scene.
Well, we appreciate you guys letting us come out and do this with you guys. And like I said, we can't wait until next year.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, next on the mic, we have Sue from Bun Welders. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having us, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Always great to hang out with you guys. How's the event going for you?
It's wonderful. Busy. Yesterday was awesome. We're still waiting for more people to come up today, and then we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, tonight's going to be a fun night here in main camp, I believe.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, tonight's like vendor show, everybody hanging out, even though it looks like MetalTech's like closing down, or MetalCloak, is closing things down.
Yeah, they shouldn't leave.
I know. I don't know. Maybe they want to go home. We've had you on the podcast before, but let's just do a quick recap. Why don't you tell everybody about Bun Trail Welders and what you guys do?
Okay, so we're just a small mom and pop shop. We are located out of Placerville, California, and we offered the little small compact under 11 pounds off-road trail welders. We have 3 different kits. We have 2 kits, which is kit 1 and kit 2, and the power source is the 24 volt. 2 batteries, pop them out of 2 trucks. Well, we can weld up to about 1/4 inch thick. The kit comes with everything that you need except for the goggles and your helmet, wire brush, minor things.
Protection.
Safety, yep, all of your safety gears.
Yep.
Comes with the spool gun, 2 pounds of wire-fed flux. And then we got the 3rd kit that also is a plug-and-play if you are a Premier Power Welder owner.
Yeah, so the 3rd kit's kind of fun. It's if you have a Premier Power Welder already, you can plug that one in and run a MIG gun off of it, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good thing out there in the industry. I don't think it's been anybody's done anything like that yet. So I'm glad you guys tackled that.
Yeah, it's not that we know. So it's nice to know that that we were able to provide a good accessory for something that's as big as Power Premier Welder.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
No, definitely. Excellent. So if people are looking for a welder, this is a great option for them. If it's a light, it's compact. You need to steal some batteries, but then you're up and welding in no time.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think last time we talked, your rig wasn't fully completed yet.
It was close.
It was
very close. Yes.
So here we are at Trek. Have you been romping around in your rig? Have you taken it out on the trail?
Yes, we have. We gone down late last night and played down at WINCH 5.
Yeah.
So we went down and came back up, but tonight we're going to do another night run.
Are you?
We're going to go down to WINCH 3.
Okay. And so everything's performing like a dream? Everything
is performing like a dream.
You ready to go back on Truck Night in America?
I sure am. And look who's here. Speaking of Truck Night America. Glenn. Come on, Glenn.
Can Glenn in the building.
I wish we were all going.
I know, huh?
So
you guys know Glenn. Glenn's here.
Glenn's here. We know Glenn. Glenn's on our love-hate friend family podcast. The other guys. I don't know how much family of a podcast that is, but yeah, we with those wine, wheeling, and whiskey guys. Yeah,
right.
We're friends with them. Good. So, what would you say if somebody's out there looking for a welder? Why would you suggest them to choose yours?
The reason they should choose ours is, once again, we're local to this area. We're local to Fordyce. We're local to Rubicon. It is also a built to order, but, we do customize. We understand urgency. If you want to swing by and pick it up. We've got plenty of feedback as far as how well our welder works. Plenty of pictures, plenty of videos. I don't see why you should not pick up a Bun Trail welder before you decide to head out on the trail.
You've heard it here. This is you absolutely, on some of these trails out here, you absolutely need to have the backup. You need a welder. You will eventually need one in some point in your wheeling career. I know I have needed them multiple times. And it would be nice to have a Bun Trail welder. So I do appreciate your time, Sue. Thank you so much. Thanks for being out here and supporting Sierra Trek and Cal 4 Wheel and everything that you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity, and we're happy to be here, and we'll be here again next year. And come find us on the trails if you need help.
Yes, we need to do a trail run one of these days, huh?
Yes, we do. How many times have you said that, Jimmy?
Like my entire life.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's make it happen.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right.
Next up here, I've got Rick from RuffStuff. Rick, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. About yourself?
Doing well. Who's that over there? That's giving
that's
you
that's Kyle.
Kyle?
Yeah, he was a new hire when I was
Kyle
was
from
out.
RuffStuff in the corner. Is he in the sales side too?
Yeah, he got hired on when I was out on my car accident vacation.
Oh,
so.
car accident vacation. I'm sorry to hear that. You're okay now?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Any day on this side of the dirt's a good day.
There you go. Glad to hear it. So I said you're in sales. Do you work? Are you the phone? You answer the phones? You the guy that communicates? What?
Yeah. Mainly wholesale manager and sponsorship coordinator, and now, of course, answering phones, whether it be selling parts, helping people out, or just answering questions.
And so, we've had Zach and Garrett, and for the most part, I think even Dan was on our podcast at some point. And we've jumped onto your guys, so we know RuffStuff. We're good friends with them. I live in Loomis, so
there it is. Great community.
Great community out there, and love the area. So why don't you just give us the brief overview of RuffStuff, what you guys do, who you guys can help.
Mainly, we make fabrication parts. I think we're kind of getting into making things a little bit more bolt-on, yeah, we mainly sell builder parts. I want to say Dan started the company because of Land Cruisers. He just couldn't find parts.
Okay.
So, I guess do it yourself.
Yeah.
So that's
sure.
That's how we came about.
Okay. How many Land Cruisers are still at RuffStuff?
Complete or just in general?
How many? If you combined all the parts, how many do you think you could make?
Probably a solid 3.5, and even the half of the Land Cruiser would still be cool. But there's probably 3.5, maybe 4.
I know that there's like chunks of Land Cruisers all over the place.
Frames, motors, transmit. Yeah,
I have an FJ45 bed back there. I've been eyeing it.
Yeah. We'd get a lot of people come in. They want to buy it. I don't think he'll ever sell it. I don't think he's ever going to build it. But it's a good lawn ornament.
Yeah, no, definitely. So if people are looking for fab parts for from bumpers for Jeeps and Toyotas and rock sliders for a bunch of different applications, or 3-link, 4-link applications, from all the above, you can definitely get a hold of RuffStuff and get those things.
Yes, definitely. That's kind of our bread and butter, small builder parts like that. Yeah.
I agree. And that's I'm so fortunate to have you so close to me, because whenever I need like a tab, you guys, are promoting zip tie tabs.
Yeah, a lot of guys, they come in, they're like, I have a plasma cutter, I could make this, but for the cost of what you guys are selling it, it's not worth my time. I just come here and buy, a couple of them.
Right.
So,
and that's one of the benefits, one of the great things about RuffStuff is that you really do have a wide variety of copious amount of
there it is.
Any tab, any bend, any bracket.
Yeah,
you can kind of get it.
And since most of our stuff's now made in house, we got laser, press brake, everything. It's starting to come out with more things, and it's easier to kind of control not only quality but quantity, I guess, if you're making everything in-house. So it's simple, and a lot of guys like to support that.
Yeah.
Especially with the COVID thing that happened, whatever. A lot of people are going back to the small businesses. And
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Rumor has it.
Uh-oh.
And I don't. And if we need to cut this part out, you just let me know.
Oh, no, I'm comfortable with anything. What do you got?
Rumor has it that you guys are going to start building axles again.
Confirmed. We've already been building axles and shipping them out.
Okay.
We stopped for a little bit. The main welder moved to Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah. And we just didn't have the people to pull aside a welder and just dedicate him for a month to train him how to do axles.
Got it.
But actually, one of the guys who started out in shipping, he's now as a welder, and he's doing our axle housings.
Nice.
So we've had a couple come out, shipped out already.
Okay.
Mainly Toyota 8-inch and the old tried and true Ford 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I think I'm going to have to get in contact with you.
Extension 110, call me.
There you go.
Yeah.
And see about possibly upgrading the axles under my crawler.
They're definitely, yeah.
They're awesome. Yeah, I love the appearance of those axles, the rounded housings. It's a unique appearance, and it's stout axle.
They're strong. Chicks dig them too, so that's a plus.
There you go. So if people wanted to get in contact with RuffStuff, check out everything you guys have, how can they do that?
Go to our website, www.roughstuffspecialties.com, or just give me a call, man. Extension 110, Rick. Yeah, I'm there.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me. And
thanks for letting me ramble. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, hope to be back. Glad to be back. I think next event is Off-Road Expo in Pomona. That's
you
where
guys
we're
are going down to that. I'll see you there.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I'll see you.
We'll jump on a mic again.
There it is. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Rick.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Then we'll do something.
Okay, so you better take about 45 minutes worth for a 2-minute podcast then.
Perfect. All right, just make sure to hold that up there. Okay. So I've got a special guest here, John, from let me see if I can get this straight. Capital City Mountain Goat Club Incorporated?
Four-wheel drive
Club Incorporated. Based out of Elk Grove?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys have been running the bar up here for quite a while.
Well, we've done it off and on. We started, I think we were up here the first trek or second trek, something like that. That was before my time. But then things have, come and gone, and we last did it, I think it was 2014, and then we just came back last year.
Okay. And I know that, I want to get to your guys' special drink eventually. But, I think that's one of the allures of you guys running the bar. But so what drew the club to running the bar out here at the Cal 4 Wheel events?
Probably because the club I've only been involved with the club for 19 years now. They were incorporated in 1965, so we're 57. I can't count that high without taking my shoes off.
Right.
But many years, and I believe we were here at the first trek, or we had the first bar at Trek. Not sure if that was the first year of Trek or not. But the goats love to eat, drink, and party, and we're known for our food. We're known for our, bars.
Yeah.
And so
your mixing skills.
Fit.
Yeah. Excellent. So, and I think, I want to just say thank you. You guys, every Sierra Trek that I've ever been at, you guys have been here, and, you guys mix a phenomenal drink. And do you do this at a lot of Cal 4 events, or is this just the only one that you do it at?
Mainly, we do it the Northern California events. Like I said, we used to do Winter Fun. We do Sierra Trek quite a bit. There are other Cal 4 events that we volunteer at. We do cooking at different events, or special, one-off fundraisers for Cal 4, or like Barrett Lake Bridge, things like that. But there aren't that many big Cal 4 events around our area.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Some of them are down south, Terra del Sol, or TDS, right? And that's like down in Southern California, and there's like a poker run down there too at some point. And there's a lot of Cal 4 events. They're just not a ton up here in Northern
Not
California.
Here, and then a lot of them aren't set up to have bars there, et cetera,
Right,
so
which is a bummer. They should all have a bar at.
it works for me.
Definitely. So let's jump into the goat's milk real quick. You guys have a signature beverage. I know you can't tell me what it is, and even though every year I try to pry a secret or a trait out of it, and you guys hide it. But besides telling me the recipe, do you have a lineage or a story behind it? How did it come about?
A while back, and again, I've only been with the club 19 years.
Yeah.
So before my time, they decided they needed their signature drink, and goat's milk sounded as good as any, so they started it. And the recipe has morphed over the years, and this is the 5th recipe, give or take. It's been tweaked here and there, depending on tastes. In fact, last year when we came back for the first time after several years, several of the customers going, "Oh, well, it tastes like this," or the other one, it doesn't. And so I tweaked the recipe a little bit on the next batch that we made.
Got it. Okay. And so how many people in the club, or how many people know the recipe?
Right now, some of our founders, if their memory's still good, they know it. And only a few, 3 or 4 maybe.
Okay.
I was president of the club. I was working my 3rd or 4th trek at the time, working the bar, and they wouldn't even allow me in the trailer when they were making it.
Yeah,
as president of the club.
It's a super secret. That's what, and it's somewhat fun to try to pry every year to figure out something. And I've not learned anything throughout the years. And I do know that, yeah, it sounds like you guys bring it up in some buckets, and it's already pre-made, not here kind of scenario. And so it's done in secrecy at probably in some dark layer somewhere.
Close to it, yeah, down in the goat's pen or something. But yeah, it's a fun drink, and people seem to enjoy it.
Yeah,
So.
Is that it, or do you really just like watching grown men walk around with a pink beverage?
Actually, we like the people coming up to us on the trail or different places and go, "Goats, yeah." We used to do a kind of like mini version. We called it the Grand 4-Wheel Drive Excursion and Epicurean Extravaganza. You can imagine how much alcohol went into that name.
Right.
But they come up and go, "Yeah, you did the extravagant, yeah, and you did the goat's milk, and yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, I remember drinking that. It was good. And they tell me I had a good time." I go, "Yeah, good. You had a good time. That's what counts."
That's the answer right there. So, no, that's fun, and I just wanted to say a thank you for you guys' support up here at Cal 4-Wheel and Sierra Trek, and supporting everything that you guys are doing and running the bar. I'm sure it's no easy task. Do you have any idea, like, I don't know, quantity of bottles, or how do you figure it out? How much booze you've gone through?
Yes, we track it. We do inventory before and after, etc. And I can't remember anything except that we went through 45 gallons of goat's milk last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how much did you make for this year?
I bought up enough for 50 gallons.
50 gallons, 5 more gallons, hoping there'd be more sold?
Made sure there was a little bit left over and etc. So just decided that 50 would hopefully cover it, and
yeah,
keep our fingers crossed.
Yep, no, definitely. And I think the bar is definitely one of the allures to the event. And you once the singing and dancing starts, everybody's attracted to that bar, and we have some fun. So I do thank you, John, for sitting down with me and meeting with me, and thanks for all the effort you and your club puts in running the bar.
Well, you're very welcome, and I appreciate the opportunity to promote Cal 4 and the Capital City Mountain Goats themselves, because they're a great group of people, and we love it. We love the mountains. We love the trails. We're out here, to be with people and enjoy nature.
Absolutely. So if people out there are in like the Elk Grove area, want to learn more about your guys' club, how can they find out more about you guys?
Well, not necessarily. We've got members all over out in the Bay Area. We have down further south, and even some club members are now associate members out in Nevada.
So if there's people out there in the area or Sacramento Valley that want to get in contact with you to learn more about the club, how can they do that?
Well, our website would be www.ccmg4x4.com, ccmg4x4.com. And they can always email me or whoever the current president would be at president@ccmg4x4.com. And we will get back to you. We're always looking for new people that are interested in learning or enjoying the outdoors, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and you don't really, I mean, do you have to be of the Elk Grove, Sacramento area, or can you be from around the nearby, or how do you have to be in the vicinity or not?
No, we have members that joined from the Bay Area, down south Modesto area. We have members that have moved out to Nevada and up north. Idaho, one of our founding members was in Idaho for a while. He's now back in Washington State, and they even show up for meetings occasionally, and runs and gatherings.
Oh, fun.
You don't have to be in the Sacramento area to be able to participate. And like I said, we're always looking for new and good people.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thanks, John, so much for everything you guys are doing.
Well, thank you much, Jimmy. I appreciate that, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we are back from Sierra Trek. So, fun interviews with all of the vendors.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
It was fun walking around, talking to everybody, getting to know them a little bit more. A lot of people, you interact with and say hi to, but it was fun to dive into the conversations with them and learn a little bit more about them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I love hearing kind of the background stories of the people behind businesses. Right. And what drives those people and what do they do with the business? How did they get into it kind of thing? So it's fun to help kind of tell those stories.
Absolutely.
For other people. So yeah, cool times, man. It was a lot of fun up at Sierra Trek. We're going to get into kind of what we did out at Sierra Trek and our experiences with Sierra Trek on this Thursday's episode.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm excited to share or hear mainly kind of what you're up to, what you did, because this was the majority of what I was up to. So.
Yeah. Yep. I was out and about a lot.
You were all over the place. I saw you for like a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah, if that. So, I got some fun stories from Sierra Trek. So we'll see how that we'll get to enlighten everybody and tell some more stories here this coming up Thursday. So
excellent.
Yeah, I do know we had some listeners up at Sierra Trek. So I'm curious how. The listeners that were out at Sierra Trek, how some of their experiences were. So if you have a quick, fun story that's 3 minutes or less, call in and leave us a voicemail because apparently it caps everybody at 3 minutes.
Yep.
So call and leave a voicemail. That's 916-345-4744. And let us know a fun story from Sierra Trek. So, yeah, man. If anybody wanted to get a hold of us, you can do that through email, through the Instagrams, through the website, sort of. You can leave a comment on the website and we'll see it. You can...
Through Irate.
Go through
our Facebook
Irate.
Page.
Yeah, there's lots of places.
Yeah. It's if you can't figure out how to get a hold of us, then you probably don't need to.
Yeah. There we go. Or we're just ignoring you.
One or the other.
One or the other. Well, cool, man. Any final words for everybody on this lovely Monday?
Support Cal 4-Wheel.
And with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Okay.
What does a dog and a cell phone have in common?
No idea.
They both have caller ID.
Oh, gotcha.